Having a community can be really your best buddy, especially when you are struggling and struggling to keep the faith, struggling to living from the wish fulfilled state, affirming, visualizing. All these things work. I'm not saying technique don't work, they do work, but having a community doesn't necessarily mean you have to go and find some community. You could have your friends who do the similar things or who have the similar goals that could work as a community for you, or you can join some online community, Facebook groups, meetup groups, whatever, and you can find the like-minded people who also are on the phase of achieving something in their life in terms of this, going through this chapter in their life. Or you can find somebody else wherever you would like to go. Like, there are the people all around in the world that you can find out. Okay, so this is the thing that I want to talk about, is having a community, because I personally realized that having a community really comes handy. Now, I don't have a big community because I'm personally an introvert or extrovert combination. So I am more kind of like introvert in terms of community sometimes, but I do like to hang out with the people, hang out with the friends. So I do have friends with whom I share things very detailed, very topic specifically, but I'm not that. I don't have that big group. I'm not comfortable with a big group. Again, it's my preference. I'm just sharing my preference, but again, it's your preference could be very, very different. So the point that I want to share with you guys is that if you're struggling to do it alone, if you're struggling alone to live from the end state fulfilled and all that stuff, affirmation, visualization, you're doing all these techniques but nothing is clicking and nothing is working, and you're trying and you're working really hard, you feel lonely in your journey, you feel like you're left out, or maybe world is going in different place and you're going in different place, especially in the beginning when you are awakening, when you're realizing that you create your reality and you can be to have anything. It's something very new. Like when I have my spiritual awakening very first time, I feel something different and I feel like I'm totally separated from this entire world, and I feel lonely. I wasn't able to connect with the people that I used to connect earlier because I have spiritual awakening and I'm feeling it differently. I had that experience when I had that chapter in my life. So especially if you're going through spiritual awakening and you're coming across this content and this kind of stuff for the first time, it may feel lonely to have all these spiritual awakening and have all these things alone by your side, and you're like, oh, nobody is sharing these things with me, I'm alone and I don't know how to do that. So at that time, it's very important for you to have some kind of a community, or maybe your friends. Now, you don't have to have a whole group. You having one friend would be enough. Like, I have one friend with whom I share these deep things, and then I share it with my person, with my man. So that works too. So he is like a best friend as well, and that's too. And I also had other best friends as well, like other people as well in my life with whom I share these things. And I personally realized when I'm not sharing that much and I'm going more inside of me, that I'm like having a cocoon and I'm in my nest bird cocoon, and that feels like a lonely, but I still enjoy that phase. Now I'm getting more comfortable with uh, being more alone, even if I'm not dependent on somebody else, like, if that makes sense. Even though I have my partner, I have my person with whom I share my life, and I have other relationship in my life, but like getting more mature in terms of not getting dependent on somebody, in terms of getting the energy from people, if that makes sense. But otherwise, I feel like having a community is really helpful because you can help each other, guide each other, support each other, give each other feedback, suggestions, advice, challenge each other, can be their best buddy, best friend, or can be a lover as well, a partner as well. Like, literally, it can be anything. Pull yourself each other when you need each other's support, be there for each other. That kind of thing is really helpful in actually building a life there. You can not just manifesting abundance, you're manifesting beautiful relationships in your life, not just the romantic one, but even the friendships or other kind of relationship. And that's so meaningful and so valuable and precious, and that's like really so precious. So that thing can really come handy. So check out the Facebook group, check out the online communities, or offline communities, or the people where in the yoga centers or something in the meditation group, something where you can find these people, because there are the people who are going through a similar situation like you, and they also need the people like you. So you guys can come each other together, help each other, grow each other, and help each other reach their manifestation, get exactly what they want. So that's the tip for today's topic. Let me know if you find it interesting. Give a thumbs up, consider subscribing, turn on the bell notification for more such videos. I have courses and master classes. If you guys are interested, the links are in description. Check it out. If you have any video questions, video topics, also let me know. Thank you so much. I'll see you the next time. Bye bye.